Okay, so ever found yourself just scrolling and scrolling, looking for that graphic tee, into the one that actually feels like you?
Oh, totally. It's like this endless quest, right? And mostly you find kind of generic stuff or shirts that look cool online but then arrive and they're just...
Yeah, it's disappointing. Flimsy, maybe.
Yeah,
The print's weird. It happens way too often.
exactly.
Well, that's kind of what we're diving into today. Think of this as your shortcut. We want to help you find genuinely cool t-shirts, ones that show off your personality without wasting, time and money on duds.
And we've got some great source material to work with. It's basically a guide on where to find quality graphic tees, and it really puts a spotlight on one platform in particular, Pixel Pulse Fashion. Seems like a solid resource for upgrading the t-shirt drawer.
Definitely. So we're going to pull out the key insights, the surprising bits maybe from this guide. The goal is simple. Get you clued in so you can level up your tee game.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's unpack this then. We've all had that experience, haven't we? You order a tee, it arrives, and it's that, paper-thin shirt with a print that starts cracking almost immediately.
Ugh, yes. The first wash nightmare. It feels like such a waste.
It really does. I bought one once. Felt like tissue paper. Seriously. One wash, basically disintegrated. It's
Yeah.
that kind of common problem that highlights, the issue with cheap, low-quality tees.
Precisely. And it brings up the big question, why does quality actually matter so much with graphic tees? I mean, lots look okay at first glance,
Right.
but the sources really stress it's about longevity and impact. They list specific things to watch out for. Fabric, obviously the composition, the weight. A heavier cotton just feels better, hangs better.
Yeah, you can feel the difference.
Totally. Then there's the print technology they used, the quality of the stitching, color fastness, will it fade instantly, and really importantly, design originality.
Okay, so it's more than just the picture on the front.
Way more. Like color fastness, how well the dye sticks, and the printing method. Those determine if the design flakes off or stays looking good. The takeaway is pretty clear. Investing in quality over just, quantity, it almost always pays off long term. Your favorite shirts actually last.
Right, that makes sense. Avoid the tissue paper trap.
Yeah.
So, if we know what quality looks like, where do we actually find these better tees? The source mentions Pixel Pulse Fashion pretty prominently, calls it one of the most popular t-shirt websites for those seeking unique, high-quality graphic apparel.
Yeah, and what seems really interesting there, what sets them apart, according to the guide, is their commitment to working with the best graphic clothing designer talent.
So not just churning out generic stuff.
Exactly. They seem to actively partner with independent artists, people creating genuinely original designs you probably won't find splashed all over every other t-shirt site. That focus on unique art seems to be a big part of their appeal.
And that originality matters, doesn't it? It's not just about being different. It's about finding something that genuinely connects or starts a conversation.
Wearable art, almost. And the diversity sounds pretty good, too. The source lists all sorts of categories they cover.
Yeah, like gamer t-shirt, anime, streetwear, holiday gifts, pop culture, sci-fi, funny, even sports and esports.
So pretty much something for everyone, sounds like.
Seems that way. And it mentions they do more than just tees, sweatshirts, hoodies, accessories. Plus, seasonal stuff like women's fall graphic tees right now. So they seem to keep things fresh.
Nice. Keeps you coming back.
Okay, so quality, unique designs. But what about the price? That's always a factor, right? Everyone loves finding t-shirts cheap. But does that automatically mean sacrificing the quality we just talked about?
Yeah.
The source says, no, not necessarily.
Yeah, this is a good point. How do you find that sweet spot, good value, but still decent quality? The guide suggests a few tactics. Keep an eye out for seasonal sales, obviously.
End-of-season clearances, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And signing up for newsletters from brands you like. Apparently, that's often where you find the exclusive t-shirt deals online, the ones they don't advertise widely.
Smart. Get the inside track.
And even if you are going for a cheaper option, there are still signs of quality you can look for. Things like detailed product descriptions that actually mention fabric weight.
Okay, so they're not hiding it if it's super thin.
Right. Clear info about the printing techniques, customer reviews, really read those, and reasonable shipping times. That last one's interesting. It contrasts with those mass drop shippers who can take weeks and weeks.
Ah, yeah. Good point. So cheap doesn't have to mean bad. You just need to be a bit more savvy, do your homework.
Exactly. Be an informed shopper.
So quality checked, budget considered. What about the design itself? What makes a graphic tee really stand out? Elevates it from just okay to something.
Yeah.
Amazing.
This is where it gets really interesting for me. Yeah, the source breaks this down well. First up is originality that captures attention. It's about designs that, make you look twice. They make a statement, start conversations, or they're just visually unique.
So not just another copy of a trending meme.
Right. The guide suggests looking for stuff that feels fresh rather than following oversaturated trends, designs that feel more timeless, less like fast fashion for your torso, real innovation.
Okay, originality. What else?
Then there's quality that stands the test of time. A truly classic tee isn't just about the design looking good now, it's built to last. It combines that timeless look with durable construction.
Made to be worn, not just displayed.
Exactly. And apparently expert designers get this. They understand how the design interacts with different punting methods, different fabrics, to make sure it holds up. It's a craft.
That makes sense. And then the source mentions details.
Yeah, the thoughtful details that elevate the basic tee. These are the little things that make a big difference, like custom printed tags instead of those horrible scratchy ones.
Oh, I hate scratchy tags. That's a huge plus for me.
Me too.
Yeah.
And things like reinforced stitching in places that get stressed, pre-shrunk fabrics so the fit doesn't go weird after washing.
Crucial. Nothing worse than your new favorite tee shrinking 2 sizes.
Totally. And even strategic design placement that works well on different body shapes, it's that extra level of thought that turns a basic tee into something great.
Okay, so many options, so many cool designs. How do you even start figuring out your personal graphic tee style? It can feel a bit overwhelming.
It can, yeah. But the guide offers a helpful way to think about it, breaking down different style preferences. For instance, for the minimalists.
Okay, what's that look like?
Think subtle designs, maybe limited colors, abstract shapes, cool typography, simplified images, stuff that's sophisticated, easy to wear, kind of versatile.
Gotcha. Clean and simple.
Then there's the opposite end, for the bold expressionists. This is where you go for vibrant prints, maybe intricate illustrations, designs that really pop or make you think.
Big colors, complex art.
Yeah, really making a statement. The advice here is to maybe step outside your comfort zone sometimes. Those bolder pieces can end up being real favorites.
True. Sometimes you got to risk it. And what was the third one?
The third category is for the conscious consumer. This is about prioritizing brands that focus on things like ethical production, using eco-friendly materials.
Sustainable stuff, fair labor.
Exactly. The source acknowledges these often cost a bit more, but it argues the quality difference, plus the, ethical peace of mind, makes that extra investment worthwhile, aligning your closet with your values.
Right. Different priorities for different people. That's a useful breakdown. Okay, so you've kind of figured out your style. You're browsing online. What about the practical stuff? Like, does where you live matter when ordering?
Oh, absolutely. Location can definitely impact your online shopping. You've got to think about shipping times, how long will it take, potential customs fees if it's coming from another country, and size conversions. U.S. sizes versus European versus Asian.
Yeah, that could be tricky.
Totally. So the guide really hammers home checking the site's shipping policies, their return options, what if it doesn't fit, and how easy it is to contact customer service before you place that order. Just basic due diligence, really.
Makes sense. And speaking of fit, getting that right online is always a gamble, isn't it?
It can feel like it. The key advice is take the time to accurately measure yourself and compare with their size charts. Don't just guess based on your usual size because brands vary so much.
Measure twice, order once.
Pretty much. Saves a lot of hassle. And remember, fit preference matters too. Is it meant to be oversized? Slim fit? Reading customer reviews can be gold here. People often comment if something runs big or small.
Like that customer quote, Mark S.
Yeah, he said something like, Pixel Pulse's detailed size guides are a game changer. So good charts plus real customer feedback is the ideal combo.
Good tip. And it's not just about the standard crew neck, is it? The source mentions thinking beyond the basic tee.
Right. Consider different necklines, V-necks maybe, different sleeve lengths like raglan sleeves, different fits, oversized crop styles. Having that variety makes your wardrobe more versatile.
Breaks things up a bit.
Exactly. Plus, lots of these places now offer coordinating stuff like hoodies or accessories with similar designs or themes. Lets you build a whole look.
Nice. Okay, so we found the tee, we've ordered it, it fits. How do we make sure these awesome tees last? What does this all mean for, maximizing the value?
Good question. Two parts to that, really. First, when to buy to get the best value. The The guide points to obvious times like end-of-season sales, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, huge discount days.
The big ones.
Yeah, but also maybe new collection launches if you want something limited edition before it sells out.
Yeah.
And those newsletter subscriber events we mentioned, early access, special codes, being strategic pays off.
Okay, smart timing. And then care. How do we look after them?
Proper care is crucial for making them last. The tips are pretty straightforward. Wash the inside out in cold water. That protects the print.
Simple enough.
Avoid fabric softeners. Apparently they can damage some types of prints. Air dry when possible. Or if you must use a dryer, use low heat. High heat is the enemy of prints and fabric integrity.
Air drying is best, got it.
And store folded rather than hanging. Hanging can stretch out the neckline and shoulders over time, especially on heavier tees. And here's a really interesting point the source makes. With proper care, quality, cheap graphic t-shirts online can actually outlast more expensive options that aren't maintained correctly.
Wow, okay, so how you treat it matters just as much, maybe even more sometimes, than the initial price tag.
Exactly. Care is key to longevity.
So wrapping this all up, if you're looking for cool t-shirts online, the big takeaway seems to be prioritize quality and originality.
Yeah.
Maybe don't just chase the absolute lowest price.
Yeah, I think that's the core message. Investing just a little bit more, usually in pieces from sites that really focus on graphic apparel, tends to give you a much better experience overall. Better look, lasts longer.
It's about building a collection you actually love to wear, not just a pile of meh shirts.
Right. Because really, a great graphic tee isn't just, clothing. It's a way to express yourself without having to say anything.
Totally. It's wearable art. It's a statement piece. Sometimes it even starts a conversation.
So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. I think about your tees as these little personal billboards, this wearable art. In a world that's so visual, what are your shirts saying about you right now? And maybe, what new things do you want them to say?